Welcome back to the Teacher's AI Cafe. I'm Kane, a teacher and a parent who wants AI to give us back our time. I share practical classroom-tested AI strategies to cut down your workload, improve your feedback and reduce stress so you can get your evenings back and be more present with your friends and family. No jargon, just actionable steps. Grab your mug. Now let's get going. Welcome back to this week's tech update for educators who are using AI. Today's the 30th of March, if you're not sure what day it is or when you're listening to this episode. But I have been noticing people have been listening to quite a few different range of my tech updates. So that's quite interesting. So once again, there's no major updates that actually happened or radical changes within this space. First off is Apple suggests reports from them that they're actually going to support multiple AI models, including Gemini and Claude, within their system. They've been not very good at actually trying to develop their own systems. You think not long ago, Siri was this amazing model that could actually do all these amazing things, and no matter how much they've invested in it, they haven't been able to build a good model themselves. So basically with this coming on the device, students can obviously ask a question, get it answered, whatever system is suited to the task. So this raises the question is, if the tool becomes as invisible as it does in this case, how do we teach students to understand what they're using and how the different tools actually interact? A second story suggests some studies have actually come out suggesting some AI systems are increasingly ignoring instructions, behaving in unexpected ways. This is not science fiction. It's a reminder that these systems are not always reliable. For teachers, this reinforces something important at the core of education, that AI literacy needs to be there, as well as skepticism of these systems, as well as good context knowledge and critical thinking to understand what these models are actually doing with us. From Microsoft, Copilot is moving into the file system itself. There's talk that you soon will be able to summarize documents or compare student work directly from OneDrive without actually opening up any files whatsoever. But once again, that's removing the teacher perspective or judgment by having the AI actually make these decisions and these comparisons. I'm not sure if that'll fly in a lot of schools at this point. OpenAI are actually starting to trim what they're doing. They've closed down Sora. They're going to develop a chat tool, which they've dropped that as well. They're going back to doing their core business to try and catch up with what Claude's been doing, because that's been very active. So Codex is shifting towards an agent-based system that can complete tasks rather than respond. This could change how students approach assignments. Instead of asking for help, they may delegate parts to the task to do entirely. So the idea is, as schools, where does support and substitution begins? I know, for example, when I was at Murdoch Uni, they said this was fine, but like I said, you're documenting it and you're referencing it. Finally, some recent AI competitions between different platforms shows no single tool is best at everything. And people who listen to my last podcast or the YouTube video where I actually ran through the demos, you can see the differences between Claude and ChatGPT. This is very evident. All the different platforms have their own strengths and weaknesses. So Claude may excel in terms of explanation writing. Gemini is very good with real-time information. ChatGPT is very good at structured responses. Grok is probably about getting everything out of X. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. And this matters for teaching because students will need to learn not just how to use AI, but need to be able to choose between different tools for different jobs. And for a lighter story to finish off, schools are experimenting with AI Viva-style questioning. And it just reflects the general shift in education of trying to integrate these tools into our classroom. And like I said, you don't have to always go out and get a paid system to do this. You can actually develop your own projects or say custom GPTs or workspaces, whatever the different platforms that you're doing to actually achieve the things that you want to do. So that's this week's tech update. Keep up the good work in the classroom. Join us for Wednesday. I got a fantastic interview coming, and I'll talk to you soon.